Hey, lad, don't you want a little wager on the ratte corner?
I've got something. I know this.
It is indeed. I've got...
All right.
Going along the road, minding my own business, when all of a sudden I see How are you, Henry?
Baked goods fresh from the oven. Come and get them.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
Cože je to za dědina, nedaleko Hodonína, je tam studenka studená, a v ní vodenka studená, vodenka studená. Kdybych já tu vodu píjal, věru bych sa dobře míval.
Good luck to you.
Nechodíval bych do šenku, nešidíval bych šenkérku.
Let's talk about the price.
Well, we can try it.
Are we agreed?
Aye, for that amount I c-
Carrots that'll make you and your family happy. Onions that'll make you cry, and garlic that'll keep evil spirits at bay.
Good day.
I've got some good...
All right.
Goodbye.
Let's talk about...
Greetings.
I brought you back that manuscript you lent me.
Ah, the opus of Matthew of Yanov. I was wondering if I'd ever see it again. Thanks, my son. Good luck, then.
What's the matter here?
This bitch here tried to kill me. Have her clapped in the stocks where she belongs.
That's not true, Master Bailiff, sir. He got drunk, like he always does, and ate who knows what kind of slop somewhere.
You know very well what it was what poisoned me. You're trying to get rid of me and don't think I don't know it.
Enough. One at a time. Tell me what happened. What makes you think she tried to poison you?
She hates me. She wants to put me in the ground and then take the farm. I can see it in her eyes. She's just wishing for the day I'm dead. But she'll never see it, because I'll throw her out on her ear.
Throw me out? From my own home? You useless ale-swilling pig. Have you forgotten who got you a roof over your head?
Just look at her, sir. You can see for yourself what a harpy she is. I came home after 1 or 2 ales at the tavern, ate my supper, what was left on the table for me, and went to bed. And in the morning, I woke up with my guts in agony. My head was on fire. I thought my last hour had come. If it wasn't for the old herb woman, she'd already have me in the ground.
Have you forgotten the part about battering me and throwing up in the doorway?
Shut your mouth, you whore!
Quiet. Good wife, tell me your side of the story.
Sir, that beast is good for nothing but drinking away my dowry with his cronies. If he puts his hand to a flail at all, it's only to beat me with it. We were thrown out of the farm near Ledechko that I got as a dowry, because this fool let it go to ruin and got us into debt too.
They threw us out because you wouldn't back me up to the bailiff.
Because I couldn't hold my head up if I lied to cover your useless arse.
That's got nothing to do with you poisoning me.
He boozes from morning till night and beats me. Says I don't take good enough care of him. And all he does is sit on his arse expecting me to run around cooking and cleaning for him. And now he wants to drive me out of the village, saying I tried to kill him. What would I do then?
Tell me about how you were poisoned, as you claim.
I came home, and there was a bowl of cabbage soup and a pitcher of wine on the table. So I had it and went to bed. I woke up in the early hours and had to run to the outhouse. Spewing from both ends, I was. I was burning up so much you could light a torch off me. And this witch here laughing up her sleeve. She wouldn't even call the herb woman for me.
If I had to call the herb woman every time you get boozed up, she might as well move in with us.
When I was writhing in agony on the ground, I heard her say clear as day, "Ha! You got what was coming to you."
Is that true?
No, he's lying.
What do you think happened, good wife?
Nothing what hasn't been 100 times before. He was crooked as a bishop again, and I could already hear him in the courtyard, retching and spewing. I had his supper waiting on the table, because otherwise there'd be hell to pay. Only there's no pleasing the pig. Where's the meat? and what have you. And when I told him God's honest truth that there's no meat 'cause he drank all our money away, he laid into me like a madman.
One slap was all you got. What was less than you deserved for your evil tongue?
I ran off and hid in the barn till he'd calmed down. When I could hear him snoring like a pig, I came inside again. After a while, he started throwing up and he was spewing till dawn. Who knows what he ate when he was boozed up? Or...
And what about the herb woman?
I went for her in the end. 3 groschen I had to give her for some wormwood potion. I could have done that myself for nothing. And then he claimed I poisoned him.
Now, I've heard enough. You, farmer, won't touch another drop of booze, or I'll leave you in the stocks to dry out. And if you raise your hand to your wife again, I'll take a bludgeon to you.
But a drink or two?
No buts. There'll be no half measures with you.
Thank you, Master Bailiff. Thank you 1,000-fold. You're a wise and just man.
The Lord be praised. What brings you to me?
Sir, my investigation led me back to Skalitz, and I happened across a criminal there. I just wanted to report to you, sir, that I dealt with that murderer. He attacked me and... well, I got the better of him.
That was a brave deed, Henry. Thank you. I sent a patrol there some time ago, and they never returned.
I've returned from Merhoyed, sir.
How does it look there?
I brought them help from the monastery. Brother Nicodemus and Johanka from Skalitz. Fortunately, Nicodemus was able to cure the disease. Well, at least what he's doing looks promising so far.
Thank Christ. Some good news for a change. What about the captive? Did you question him?
He was infected too.
I see. Did he survive?
Fortunately, he survived and I had a chance to question him.
What did you find out?
He was transporting the false coins to Privislavitz. He got them from some merchant called Menhart.
I don't know him.
neither do I. But I know where the money's handed over. It's not far from Rovna, and this Menhart should be waiting there about now.
Excellent, Henry. We mustn't let this opportunity slip through our fingers. You go there and put pressure on this Menhart to tell us what he knows. Don't go yet. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. God be with you.
You haven't disappointed me. Nothing against Bernard, Robard, or any of those others. But none of them could find out as much as you. At least not without beatings and torture. And that doesn't always work. You're a godsend, lad.
Thank you, sir.
Now go and find out who's behind everything, and then we'll deal with them.
Yes, sir. Sir.
What is it?
Sometimes I ask myself what it all means. Why does God allow such things to happen? All this slaughter and revenge, over and over.
It's a hard question. I'm no theologian. But long ago I came to the conclusion that the only thing that makes sense is that it's all a trial. Life is one long series of problems to solve. The more you solve, the better a man you become.
I never thought about it that way.
Now just look at the pampered ones who have no concerns in life, like young Lord Capon, for instance. I shudder to think how he will rule when his time comes. Tribulations spawn in life over and over again. We must stand our ground and face them. So, go to Sasso and solve this one.
You can rely on me, sir.
Good luck, son.
Good God, what a bloody mess. This one won't be going anywhere anytime soon. This is valuable. They must have been in a hurry or they'd never have left it behind. Someone was wounded here. It looks like another person dragged him off. Maybe there'll be some tracks. Another clue. I must be going the right way. This way. Another clue. I must be going the right way. It looks like blood. I'm on the right. Blood. This way. Charcoal burners. Someone must have seen or heard something.
My humble greetings.
What happened at the crossroads?
Huh?
Listen, there's corpses lying on the road out there, a ransacked wagon, and a trail that leads right here. Now, you seem to be honest and friendly folk, not marauding cutthroats. So I prefer to believe you don't have anything to do with it. But, if you don't start helping me, I might change my...
I don't know nothing, and I haven't seen it. If you want to know something about it, just ask Boyar. I don't want nothing...
Who is this Boyar?
Boyar cracks the whip around here. You'll recognize him by his
Thank you.
May the Lord watch over you.
It looks like blood. It looks like blood. Another clue. I must be going the right way. Blood. This way.
I'm glad to see you.
What do you know about the wagon that's been...
I haven't a clue what you're talking about.
Really?
Yes.
Do you have any idea whose wagon it was?
I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you. I'm sure you've heard of the gang that burned down Neuhof
Possibly.
and poisoned the well in Merkoyot. They're the kind of men you don't want to get on the wrong side of.
I didn't get on the wrong side of it, though. Did I? The opposite. Actually, we helped them out. And I didn't even know who...
What happened?
Let's just get this straight. We didn't ambush anyone.
And what were you doing at the crossroads then?
We were just passing, and we saw the wagon. So we took the sacks.
Just the sacks? What about the trail of bloodstains leading to the camp?
I was just getting to that. We also found one wounded man. What am I saying? The fellow was hacked like a martyr in some holy picture. He begged us to hide him away.
So you have him here somewhere? Is he...
The fellow has quite a will to live. I'll give him that.
Do you know who ambushed that?
Not a clue.
Did he tell you anything?
He wasn't exactly talkative. His lungs are full of holes, so talking's a problem.
Where is he?
We've locked him away in the shed. There.
I want to talk to him.
I don't know.
I don't mean to hurt him.
So be it. Here.
Thanks.
Goodbye. What?
Who are you?
Never mind that. I've come to help you.
Thank God. I thought I'd breathe my last here. Lucky for me, my guardian angel comes bursting through the door.
I'm no angel, so you'll have to answer a few questions before you get...
Ah, well, I knew...
Who is it you work for? Who...
To Menhart. He's some kind of merchant who hired me for protection. But that's all I know.
And where's this...
No idea. I blacked out after the attack. Only came to my senses once I got here. I don't even know...
Who ambushed that wagon?
A knight. He's been following us for a while.
And where did he go?
I don't know. I got a beating, and then I passed out.
Do you know what you were carrying?
I never asked, men.
Can I see your wound?
Are you a
Sort of. That's a deep wound to the flank and you're still losing blood.
Will you help me?
I can try. Tell me more about the knife.
Where's the coin?
What? What coin?
I will not repeat the question.
I don't know about any coin.
Where are those sacks you took from the wagon?
Sacks! They're behind the shed.
That's him. That's got to be that knight.
Is that all? Did you take anything else?
Fuck! Stop! Stop right there!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I suppose it doesn't matter as long as he goes back to the Sasau Inn.
Head.
Ow. Well?
Who is that, Daddy? It seems I have finally met my match.
I want to know everything. Who you are, why you're here, and what you know about the ambushed wagon.
You may call me Ulrich. I will tell you nothing more until you give me some assurances.
Assurances? How about this? If you talk, I'll spare you.
Do you expect me to believe that? I know full well how these stories end. I have been at the other end.
I give you my word.
The word of a thief? Jesus. It is true what the preachers say. This world has gone quite mad. You had better...
Why do you think I'm finished?
He who lives by the sword dies by the sword. Once you take a weapon in your hand.
Not everyone.
Every last one. Knight, mercenary, or footpad. There are men who die peacefully in bed, their wives and children at their sides, but not you.
Unlike you, I'm not a criminal.
You believe that the forging of money is a...
I've got nothing to do with that. I'm not a forger, I'm the one investigating.
What? What are you saying?
I'm in the service of Sir Radzig Kobyla, Governor of Skalitz and Royal Hetman.
Then we have something in common. I also am here under order.
From who?
Perhaps you might sheath that weapon, so that we may talk eye to eye. If we do indeed have...
Stand up.
It is true our meeting has not begun well. But if it is the truth that you are sent by Kobyla, then we can assist each other.
What do you mean?
I found out many things, but there are still questions I cannot answer. And the last man who knew anything is now dead.
What man was that?
Maynhard, the merchant from Passau. Listen, I will explain everything to you. But first, I need you to do something for me.
Oh, really?
You will introduce me to a certain person, and I will tell you everything I've learned.
Who do you mean?
Master Tobias Faithheart. If you truly serve Sir Radzig, then you must know him.
Of course I know him. What do you want him for?
I have here a written confession which tells how those forgeries are made. But I do not understand such technical matters.
We'll definitely be able to make sense of it. And you'll give it to me, just like that?
It seems I have little choice. This is the In the meantime, I will return to Sasau and see what I might learn there.
What's your name, anyway?
I told you. I am Ulrich.
Just Ulrich?
It is enough.
Because you look like a knight. They seldom have just one name.
It is true. I have a horse, armor, a sword, and a shield. But there are many ways to acquire such things these days.
So you're not a knight?
I'm a trustworthy soldier in the service of a nobleman. That is...
I'd like to know more, but I have a feeling...
Your feeling is correct.
Who are you working?
I understand why you wish to know, but this does not mean...
Very well. I shan't be... Tell me what you know about the false court.
Do you know Passau?
No, what is it?
A city in Bavaria. Passau is a city of trade. All the currencies in Christendom change hands there.
I see.
Some months ago, counterfeit groschen were discovered to be circulating there. They are made from copper plated with silver. The Passau alderman began to investigate and learned that a family of money changers was involved. They were bringing the forged coins in from Bohemia and sending back real ones. My liege lord is allied to the Passau alderman, so they requested that he deal with the matter.
And so he sent you?
Yes. He needed a man that he could trust absolutely.
And what about that wagon? What happened there exactly?
I followed Maynhard from Passau. I had reason to suspect a connection with Sasau.
Why did you let them get...
I wanted to discover where they hand over their coins, which I failed to do. Besides, Maynhard had an armed escort, and they kept 2 busy roads and lodged at inns throughout their journey, until he came to this god-forsaken trap. I cannot guess why he came here, but it was the perfect opportunity to strike.
What happened on that?
I ambushed them. I took down 2, but that bastard Maynhard cut the horses loose and rode.
What next?
While I was chasing Maynhard, those charcoal burners came and stole what they could. Before I could catch him, his horse threw him and he broke his neck.
So we won't get anything out of him?
Unfortunately.
What do you mean about the connection with Sap?
The matter was investigated in Passau, and the executioner extracted information from those who were arrested. They told him that the coins were made in a monastery.
What, in the monastery itself?
I cannot say. I know only what the Passau scribe wrote down in his reports.
So they were transporting false grosh?
Yes. On their way here, they brought real coins, groschen, forints, francs, and the like. But now,
what happened to Men?
He's dead.
I know, but what did you do with it?
I buried it. He was a bastard. But I see. He ran from the wagon uphill along the path to the north. Along the way there is an old ruined cabin. I buried him behind it. And don't think I don't know why you ask. Robbing away from the street.
That's not it at all.
If you say so.
Shouldn't you go with me to see Faith?
No. I must remain in Sasau. I have some...
Very well. I'll go and...
Godspeed. I will wait in Sasau at the wagon listing.
The Lord be praised.
I'd like to...
All right.
Longsword.
Good.
Entering the arena now will be Jake the Stake, a brewery hand from Rattay, who will measure his skills against Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla. Welcome, our warriors! And this very first bout will afford plenty of entertainment. We will witness a duel with longswords.
God damn!
Bring it on.
The victor of the first duel is Henry of Skalitz. The second bout will surely be no less exciting. This one may decide the winner. Our warriors will fight with hunting swords.
What? Bugger!
The victor of the second duel is Henry of Skalitz. As victor in this round, he shall proceed to the next. The first combatant will be Olbram, known as Sparrowhawk, archery master of Kalin. And his adversary will be Henry of Skalitz, from the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla. Let us wish the combatants luck. And this very first bout will afford plenty of entertainment. We will witness a duel with longswords. The second bout will surely be no less exciting. This one may decide the winner. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields. The victor of the second duel is Henry of Skalitz. He is hereby declared the victor in this round and shall proceed to the next round. The first combatant will be Henry of Skalitz, from the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla, who will measure his skills against Menhart, master swordsman from far off Frankfurt. Let us wish the combatants luck. All is prepared for the first duel. We will witness a duel with longswords.
I'm over here. Ha! Typhon! Cacker! Get him, Typhon!
And the winner of the first bout is Henry of Skalitz. And now's the time to choose weapons for the next duel. Prepare to watch a fierce fight with axes and shields. The victor of the second duel is Henry of Skalitz. Lords and ladies, good men and good wives, you have just witnessed the final duel in today's Rattay tourney, for which we all owe gratitude to Sir Hanush of Laipa. All glory to the victor, Henry of Skalitz, man-at-arms in the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla. His prize will be given to him by our gracious Sir Hanush.
Henry. Your prize.
Thank you.
You've earned it. Goodbye.
I'm glad you're here, Henry.
What's happening, sir?
Uncle Sir Hanush sent for me. No doubt he wants to give me another ear-bashing about the error of my ways. And he said to bring you too.
What has it got to do with me?
Plenty. You're in it with me ever since that hunt.
All right, we should get going then, shouldn't we, Sir Hans? The sooner we get it over and done with, the...
I suppose. Right away. I put some of my old clothes in a trunk for you. I don't want you making me look bad in front. So go and get dressed up before we head off.
Thanks, Sir Hans.
Henry, I'm glad you came.
So, should we go then?
Let's go. And by the way, I'm glad you got dressed up properly.
Well, my ward and his, what shall we say, chaperone.
Uncle.
My lord?
I hope we haven't dragged you away from anything too important.
Not at all, Uncle. We
like
were just...
boozing and whoring, for instance.
Uncle, I can...
Perhaps you were busy, causing mayhem in the middle of the night and beating up my subjects.
No, it wasn't. Henry and I were just...
Henry's as big a fool as you are. But he's not my ward, thank Christ. What the hell do the pair of you think you're doing? There are people in this fiefdom who work from dawn to dusk to put food on their tables, and on yours, may I remind you. And then they look at you, Hans, their lord and master, and see a drunken layabout. That fellow you beat up last night was a guard, a new guard on the town watch. And he couldn't report for duty this morning because of his injuries. I had the bailiff here complaining, and could I tell him what I really think about this whole sorry affair? Of course not. That would demean me. And you too. So I had to sit gaping like a stuffed owl and listen to his grievances. Maybe you think because you're the lord here you can get away with anything. But you're sadly mistaken, you blockhead. A lord remains a lord only as long as he commands the loyalty of his subjects. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you the folk here are not exactly enchanted at the prospect of having you in charge. That was the last straw, Capon. One more of your escapades and I'll send you to your mother in Polnar. For all I care, she can dress you up like a wench and marry you off to some Hungarian.
Uncle, that arson Archibald tried to murder me. What was I to do?
Oh, don't exaggerate. Well, I'm hardly surprised after you molested his girl and humiliated him.
I was only...
Oh, don't whine, for heaven's sake. It's about time you started taking some responsibility. I have a job for you. Maybe that will keep you out of mischief. Sir Milota of Oleshna has turned up here. Do you know him?
Isn't he Sir Bernard's cousin?
He is. He came here with the remnants of his retinue to seek refuge. He's seriously wounded.
What happened to him, sir?
His fortress Oleshna was attacked by one Wulfrin of Camburg. Milota pursued him almost as far as Neuhof and engaged with him. Unfortunately, the skirmish didn't end well for Milota.
Wulfrin of Camburg? That name is familiar.
He's kin to the Oleshna lords, too. A cousin of Bernard's and Milota's. Their family affairs are a little complicated. None of my business.
Sir Hanush sent me, Captain. I'm to join your mission. And Sir Hand.
Then mount up, youngster, and we'll move out.
I'd like to...
First.
Well.
Capon, when we get there, I'd like you to hold back.
You can forget about that, Bernard. I'm not going on an outing. Hannah sent me to handle this matter, and handle it I will.
Undoubtedly, Sir Hans. I just meant... Stay away from people you...
Yeah.
Get it. Very well, Your Grace.
Listen, Bernard. About this robber. I heard some rumours.
About his being a relative of mine in Melotus?
Something like that.
We have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna. Wolfen belongs to a distant branch of my family, which, well, let's just say they bring no honor to our name.
But I heard Wolfen of Camberg was hanged somewhere in Silesia after plundering the bishop's estates.
I heard the same, only, well, I'm sure you've heard what they say about the Camberg branch of my family.
That they're cursed. Now, Bernard, don't you think I'm a little old for fairy tales?
Think what you like, but I heard it from my grandfather, and he never paid attention to old wives' tales.
I meant no offence, Captain. Well, tell me all about it, then. After all, there's no smoke without fire, and I never heard about the Camberg clan from a member of the family.
Yeah. Very well. At home, we always spoke in whispers about our Camberg relatives.
Yeah.
Wolfen's father, Wilhelm, came to visit. I'm almost ashamed to say it.
You can rely on my discretion, Captain. Carry on.
Well, the servants were so afraid of him that they went and hid in the barn. Father had them whipped. Even then, they wouldn't go near Wilhelm. They were afraid he cursed them, and I couldn't blame them.
Why's that?
Wilhelm's face was so badly disfigured, folk would cross themselves when they saw him. I was afraid of him myself as a boy.
Was he wounded in war?
No, he was born that way. See, his mother, Countess Barbara of Hogwitz, didn't want to marry Wilhelm's father, my grandfather's brother. She never wanted to bear his children. So, she fell pregnant. They say she went to a witch to get rid of the child. Only she ended up having quintuplets. Can you imagine it? 5 babes born in one night?
Jesus Christ!
That's not all. 4 of them didn't live till dawn. Only the 5th survived. He was disfigured. Will cheated her. Instead of getting rid of the child, he put the devil's seed inside her.
Good Lord, how dreadful!
Well, Wilhelm carried that with him his whole life. When his own wife was in childbed, he had 7 friars kneeling in her chamber day and night. It didn't stop the rumors, though. When his son, Wolfen, was born, he looked normal enough. It turned out he was wild as a stray tomcat.
It seems he hasn't grown out of it.
You're right about that. A few years ago, Wolfen went off to Poland, and Wilhelm got worse and worse. Cursed everything and everyone in his path, started throwing crockery at the servants. He was on his deathbed. He sent for a priest, not just to give him the last rites, because they were afraid the devil would come out of him and possess someone else. Then later,
Hey,
Wolfen
Henry's
turned
come
up,
to see us.
even though he was supposed to be dead for years. Both said he was dead. Whoa!
Sweet
Slow down.
Jesus. It sounds a lot more convincing coming from you than the
Vitus
stories my
Sarah.
nurses used to tell me.
I sent them to
How
scout
are we
ahead.
supposed to deal with a monster like that?
They most certainly will. Let's go. We have to make camp. Hamlin, you'll take 2 men and come back here later. I won't have Vitus and Cyril left as crow meat.
Yes, Captain.
Yeah. 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 Greetings.
Tell me, Captain, how come this Wolflin is attacked?
They say blood's thicker than water, but sometimes I wonder. Look at our king and Sigismund.
So what's the cause of your conflict with Wolflin?
Nothing in particular, just that he's a ruffian, a treacherous bastard, and a bandit. No wonder the whole Camber clan is cursed.
How are you related?
Milota, Wolfin and I have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna.
How do you mean cursed?
Like I said, Wolfin's grandfather married Countess Barbara of Hogwitz. She didn't want to bear his child and went to a witch to get rid of it. Only instead of getting rid of the unborn child, she ended up having 5.
What, all at the same time?
All in one night. But only one of them lived till morning. The youngest, Wilhelm. And his face was disfigured. They say the witch deceived the Countess, and it was Satan himself who impregnated her.
And you believe that story?
Depends how you look at it. Wilhelm wasn't a bad man while he was in his right mind, but he was terrifying to look at. I still get shivers down my spine when I think of him. As for Wolfen, word came that he died in Silesia. Then, one day, he appeared from nowhere. There are folk who say death has no power over him.
What do we do now?
First, we have to find out where those Horsons are holed up. According to the reports, they raided a few farms around here. So someone should go to those places and find out what they can. You should do it, Henry. My men would probably just startle them.
All right, Captain. I'll do that.
One is uphill from Neuhoff, right by the woods. One here above the woods by the crossroads. Take care.
God preserve you, good knight.
Captain Bernard sent me. It's about...
Well, they came, took everything they could, and rode off again.
We're trying to catch up with that gang, so I need to hear it.
What do you want to...
How many...
2 or 3... I'm not sure. My head's...
Which way did they...
I don't know. I wasn't watching. My husband made me hide in...
So your husband was outside?
Yes.
What did they take?
Not much. We haven't a pot to piss in, which I told them in...
So you're telling me they came here, you told them there was nothing worth taking, and they just...
More or less.
All right, I'll be on...
Good luck, then.
No, clear off. Let me sleep.
I'm at your service tonight.
Captain Bernard sent me. I'm here about the raid on your farm.
What? I've no idea what you're talking about, friend.
They raided your farm, didn't they?
No. Oh.
Your wife just told me the bandits were here.
Oh.
What are you on about?
She can be quite forget...
Enough! What?
All right. They were here. But please understand.
Why would you get into trouble?
My wife was at their camp, taking care of a wounded man.
So they threatened you?
They didn't have to. If someone finds them there, they'll soon put two and two together.
So your wife knows where they're camped?
Unfortunately.
No, it's fortunate she does. We've got a good chance of catching them unawares.
I'll be with you.
Good morning.